You're perfectly still, not because you're afraid, because you're hunting. Your body hasn't moved in 40 minutes. Not a twitch, not a breath visible, you are a leaf. You are a shadow, you are nothing, and then he sees you. He's been looking for you his entire life. Every instinct in his body is pulling him forward. He doesn't understand why, he just knows he needs to get closer. He doesn't understand why, he just knows closer. He doesn't know what you are yet. He doesn't know he will. You are a female praying mantis, and the male approaching you right now is about to make the last decision of his life. Not because you're a monster, because you're a mother. Your body needs protein, enormous amounts of it. You have eggs developing inside you, dozens of them, and they are hungry before they even exist. Every biological system you have is screaming the same message: feed. You have eggs developing inside you, dozens of them, and they are hungry before they even exist. But here's what almost no one understands. He knows. Not consciously, not the way you're reading this and feeling dread crawl up your spine, but somewhere deep in the ancient wiring of his nervous system, he knows this might kill him. Studies show male mantises approach females more cautiously when they're hungry. They read chemical signals in the air, they calculate risk, and they come anyway. That's not stupidity. That's something far more disturbing. He moves in slow motion. Each step deliberate, each antenna vibration a question. Is she calm? Is she still? Is this safe? You don't move. You are a master of stillness in ways human minds can't fully process. Your camouflage isn't just color, it's behavior. You've synchronized your body sway to match the movement of leaves and wind. You've been doing this since you were born. It's not a strategy, it's what you are. He gets closer, 20 centimeters, 15. Your forelegs, those serrated hydraulic weapons, are folded against your chest like a prayer. 10 centimeters. Here's the anatomy of what's about to happen, and it will change how you see predators forever. Your strike takes 50 to 70 milliseconds. For context, a blink takes 150 milliseconds. You are 3 times faster than a human eye closing. He never sees it coming, not because he's slow, because nothing alive at his scale is fast enough to respond to you. But wait, sometimes nothing happens. Sometimes the male approaches, mounts successfully, and you allow it. You hold still. You let the mating begin. And for a few seconds, everything seems almost peaceful. Almost. This is the part that disturbs researchers most, because the decapitation, when it happens, doesn't always happen before mating. It happens during. And here's the part your brain doesn't want to accept. Removing the head sometimes improves the mating process. The male's body keeps moving, keeps functioning. In some species, headless males mate more vigorously because the brain contains inhibitory neurons that suppress certain reproductive reflexes. His body doesn't know he's dead. His body is doing exactly what it was built to do. Time passes. You are eating him while he is still part of you. Not metaphorically, literally. You begin with the head, the brain, the fat deposits behind the eyes, the dense tissue of the compound lenses. You eat efficiently, methodically. There is no cruelty here. There is no malice. You are a machine processing fuel. But he is still moving. His abdomen is still pulsing. His legs are still making small mechanical motions. The reflexes embedded in his thoracic ganglia, the secondary nerve clusters that run his legs and wings, are still firing, still running their program. He will keep moving for up to an hour. This is the part that breaks something in the human brain. Not the violence, the continuation, the persistence of function after the center is gone. At what point did he stop? Here's what makes this stranger. Sexual cannibalism in mantises was considered common knowledge until researchers actually measured it in the wild. The results were unexpected. In controlled lab environments, cannibalism rates hit 30% or higher. In the wild, rates drop to 13 to 28%. The behavior is real, but it's conditional. Hungry females cannibalize more. Females in smaller spaces cannibalize more. But a well-fed female in open territory will sometimes let the male leave. Will sometimes, not always. And the male cannot know which version of you he's approaching. He reads the chemical signals. He times his approach. Some species evolved elaborate pre-mating dances, not for courtship, but as a behavioral test. Is she calm enough? Is she fed enough? Is today a day I survive? The dance is a risk assessment. And sometimes the assessment is wrong. Your eggs are the reason for everything. A single female can produce multiple oothecae, each containing between 10 and 400 eggs. It will survive winter. It will survive rain, one of the most durable structures produced by any insect. But building it costs everything. The protein from a single male body can increase egg viability significantly. It can increase the number of eggs. It can affect how long your offspring survive their first days. He is worth more as nutrition than as a mate who leaves. The females who consumed their mates left more offspring. Generation after generation, the behavior reinforced itself. Evolution doesn't care about the male. Evolution doesn't care about anything. It just keeps the math. Sexual cannibalism isn't unique to mantises. It appears across arachnids, insects, and even some fish. The Australian redback spider, the male actively assists by somersaulting his body toward her mouth parts. Researchers call this copulatory suicide. The male that gets eaten mates longer. His genes spread more. The dark fishing spider goes further. After mating, the male spontaneously dies. His body stiffens. He becomes immobile. The trigger appears to be the mating act itself, a hormonal cascade that switches off survival functions. His purpose is done. His body seems to know it. And then there's the orb weaver spider, females up to 10 times the size of males. He vibrates the web in specific patterns, a signal that means I am a mate, not prey. Sometimes she listens, sometimes she doesn't. The line between mate and meal for these animals is thinner than we want to believe. You finish eating. The male is gone, fully processed, nutrients already moving toward the eggs waiting inside you. The ootheca you'll produce in the coming days will be larger because of him. More eggs, better odds. His existence converted entirely into future. You return to stillness, the leaf impression, the shadow, the waiting. You don't experience guilt. You don't experience satisfaction. You don't experience anything we would recognize as reflection. But somewhere in the biomechanical architecture of what you are, something has been completed. A loop closed. A debt paid to the future. We call this brutal because we're watching from outside. But what if every act of violence in nature is just an act of devotion to something the actor will never meet, never know, never understand? The male mantis didn't die for nothing. He died for everyone who comes after him, and he never knew their names. Is that sacrifice? Or is sacrifice only meaningful when the one dying understands what they're giving? The eggs will hatch in spring. None of them will know what was paid. None of them will know what was paid. If your body made decisions without asking your brain, would you want to know? Subscribe, because next time the animal wearing your instincts is even stranger.